What if you could build a second base abroad without actually relocating, without moving immediately, without uprooting your family, without disrupting your business? That is what global optionality really means. And in today's world, that matters more than ever. In the last video on global moves, I spoke about one big idea. Real security does not come from assuming one place will always remain stable. It comes from having options. And once you start thinking that way, the next question is obvious. How do you actually create a plan B without relocating? Because most people are not looking to move tomorrow. They have a business, children, parents, commitments, a life that is very much active where they are. So the goal is not immediate migration. The goal is access without disruption. And one of the clearest ways to do that is through residency by investment. So in this video, I want to do something very practical. I want to walk you through some of the key residency by investment options for those who are serious about building a credible plan B. And when you look at the market through that lens, a few destinations stand out immediately. Let's start with Portugal. If you look at Europe purely from the point of view of optionality, Portugal is still one of the strongest conversations in the market. Why? Because Portugal is not just a residency story, it is a flexibility story. Today, the best known route is 500,000 euro into an approved investment fund. There is also a 250,000 cultural contribution route for those who are comfortable with donation-based structure. But what really keeps Portugal in conversation is not just the investment route. It is the combination of low stay requirement, Schengen access, and long-term flexibility. The stay requirement is still very light, 7 days in the first year and 14 days each later 2 years period. That is a major advantage of families who want a European foothold without relocating full-time. And then there is a bigger attraction. For many people, Portugal is not just about residency. It is also about a citizenship path in the background. This citizenship angle combined with low physical presence is what has historically given Portugal an edge over other European options. That said, this part now needs to be looked at more carefully because the nationality rules are in the process of change. So if I had to sum up Portugal in one line, Portugal is for flexibility, low physical presence, and long-term citizenship optionality. Now, if Portugal is about flexibility, then Greece is about tangibility. Greece appeals to people who like the idea of owning a real estate. You buy property, you can see what you own, and at the same time, you create an European foothold. That is what makes Greece attractive. It also gives you Schengen access, which remains one of the biggest practical benefits. The investment amount now depends on the location and type of property. In the most sought after areas, it is 800,000 euros. In other parts, it is 400,000 euros. And in certain special cases, it can still be 250,000 euros. So Greece works very well as a residency plus property ownership story. But citizenship is a different conversation that generally requires real physical presence in the country for a substantial number of years. So if I had to sum up Greece in one line, Greece is for tangible property ownership and European access. Now, if Greece speaks more naturally to property-minded investors, Italy speaks more to someone looking at Europe through a broader lifestyle and long-term positioning lens. Italy has a different appeal. It is more compelling for someone who may genuinely want to spend more time in Europe. It offers culture, luxury, quality living, and overall depth, along with Schengen access and a foothold in Europe's one of the most established and desirable countries. That matters for family who are not only asking, where can I get residency, but also where might I actually want to spend meaningful time. Italy's investment framework is also more strategic than property-led. The routes include government bonds, investment in Italian company, philanthropic contribution, and importantly, a 250,000 euro investment in an innovative startup. And that startup route is what makes Italy especially interesting. It creates a low entry pathway for someone who wants more than just residency. For the right investor or entrepreneur, it offers a chance to combine European access with participation in an innovation-led business opportunity. So if I had to sum up Italy in one line, Italy is for premium European living, strategic capital, and entrepreneurial entry. So if I simplify the first three, Portugal is for flexibility, Greece is for tangibility, and Italy is for lifestyle and positioning. Beyond Portugal, Greece, and Italy, there are few other European options worth knowing. Malta, for example, is less about low cost and more about permanent stability and lifestyle. It offers permanent residence in an English-speaking country in EU as well as Schengen access, but the property requirement, government contribution, fees, donations, etc. make it more expensive than many other residency options in Europe. Hungary is a little different. The main route starts with 250,000 investment through an approved investment fund. The appeal is simple: Schengen access, limited stay requirement, and a residency permit that can rent for 10 years with renewal option. Latvia is more niche, but it can still be relevant for someone looking for a low-cost European Union foothold, with entry points starting at just 50,000 euros through a business investment route. And one reminder here, these programs do not remain open forever. Rules change, thresholds move, and sometimes doors close. That's exactly why optionality works best when you build it before you urgently need it. Now let me come to Dubai. Dubai is a very different kind of option. If Europe is often about Schengen access and in some cases a citizenship conversation in the background, Dubai is about something else: clarity, convenience, and long-term usability. And that is why it deserves a place in this conversation. Yes, there may be some hesitation around Dubai right now. That is understandable. But if you step back from the immediate situation and look at it strategically, Dubai still makes a very strong case. And it does so for two different kinds of people. First, someone who wants a genuine plan B. And second, for someone who may actually want to spend much more time there. Let's start with the Golden Visa itself. This is one of Dubai's biggest strengths. The best known route is property with a benchmark of 2 million dirhams investment. But what makes Dubai especially interesting is that it is not only an investment story. There are also non-investment pathways for entrepreneurs, specialized professionals, and exceptional talent. So this is not just for someone buying property. It can also work for someone with right profile, the right professional background, or right business relevance. And more importantly, Dubai Golden Visa can run for 10 years. That makes it far more stable and convenient than many residency routes that involve more frequent renewals, higher ongoing costs, and more administration. And from a Plan B point of view, that matters a lot. You can hold on the residency, keep the option, and activate it when needed. But Dubai is not only a backup plan story, it also works for people who may genuinely want to live there more actively. And that is where the city has a different appeal. You have global business connectivity, strong infrastructure, day-to-day safety, no personal income tax, excellent location, and a lifestyle that is both premium and practical. And from an investment point of view, Dubai property can also be commercially attractive because it offers strong rental lead potential compared with many other major cities. So that is really the case for Dubai. If you want a usable plan B, Dubai works. If you want a serious long-term base, Dubai also works. So if I step back, the message is actually very simple. You do not need to relocate immediately to become globally positioned. You can build optionality even without moving. Portugal offers flexibility. Greece offers tangible property ownership. Italy offers lifestyle and strategic positioning. And Dubai offers long-term usability as well as a serious second base. So the real question is not which program is the best. The real question is which option fits your life, your family, your assets, and your long-term goals. And that is where strategy matters. Because the smartest optionality decisions are never generic. They depend on your priorities, your liquidity, your timeline, your family structure, and the way you actually want to live. So, if you are thinking about creating a Plan B residency option for yourself and your family without actually relocating right now, connect with us. We can help you work out which route will actually fit your circumstances and what a more personalized optionality plan should look like. Because in an uncertain world, peace of mind often comes from one thing: building options early.